Good morning, everyone. I'm waiting for the horses. They've been gone for over 20 hours, just about 24 hours now. Are they coming back? Well, we'll find out, won't we? Yeah, I switched them from nights to days again, and they're doing their own thing right now, I guess, until, right? Yeah, just like when the time change happens again, for us, we kind of have to adjust for a while. And it's the same for the horses. Anytime I make a change like this for the better comfort for them, right? Yet. So they've been out there doing their thing. 250 acres to roam. What could you get into? Huh? 3 horses and a donkey. Yeah, one never knows. I just hope that Maverick isn't leading them down the road to greener pastures, right? Yes? All right. I trust the help I have here from Spirit World that they will guide them safely back home when they're done with their adventure out there. I'll let you know how that worked out. I came across an interesting one in Acts. Interesting on how we know about the Greek gods, the Norman gods, this gods, this, that, and here is Apollos. Okay, well, who was Apollos? And how did he become, an Alexandrian Jew named Apollos now arrived in Ephesus. He was an eloquent man with a sound knowledge of the scriptures, and yet, though he had been given instruction in the way of the Lord and preached with great, he was a Jew, Alexandrian Jew, spiritual fervor, and was accurate in all the details he taught about Jesus, he had experienced only the baptism of John. He began to teach fearlessly in the synagogue, and when Priscilla and Aquila heard him, they attached themselves to him and gave him more detailed instruction about the way. Who are these people? Apollos, Priscilla, Aquila. Who the heck? When Apollos thought of crossing over to Achaia, never heard of that either. The brothers encouraged him and wrote asking the disciples to welcome him. At the time of the disciples. When he arrived there, he was able, by God's grace, to help the believers considerably. By the energetic way, he refuted the Jews in public, demonstrating from the scriptures that Jesus was the Christ. Whoa. This is, I don't know if you guys noticed that when that happens, but it's interesting that the way the screen, what just happened, I often only see, in a way, a two-dimensional way on how the videos are come through. But after I was just done and I looked at the screen, I could see another dimension that entered into the screen. I know. That's just me, right? You got to remember, you don't have just 5 physical senses. You have also 5 spiritual senses. All right, where does the 6th sense come in? I guess the beginning of realizing you got other senses as well. Who are you? Who actually are you? I thought of that this morning. I asked my Father in heaven, I said, it's so difficult to teach in many ways anything anymore. There's so much out there, and people attach themselves to things that are either familiar to them or where they feel a connection to, right? And there are now so many possibilities, so many ideas, so many ways to do that, right? Yes? And I got this kind of interesting answer back. Could you just could you just teach them how to love me? Please teach them how to love me. Oh my gosh. First of all, I thought, well, if my parent in heaven thinks I can teach people how to love him, then that means that he feels the love I have to give to him, try to give him. Loving anyone means that they're a part of your life, right? Through thick and thin, poor or rich, sickness and health, right? Yes? Yeah? To love God is He is the center of your universe. Since, as I said, we exist physically and spiritually, we become the universe. That's right. The known and the unknown. But it's all a part of us. And to stay within who we are, what we have to give. I try to be the absolute best parent. I'm not kidding. I try to make my family the center of my universe. Right? Yes? But there was one thing that I did, and that was I always looked into the future to the next point. And because I did that, to advance to, the next point to advance to, right? And because I did that, I missed many things in the present. So, right, even though I was really committed to being a wife, a housekeeper, a parent, right, I missed some things. And the things that I missed ended up hurting my children. Yeah. I don't know. I can't speak about really when it comes to about my husband because we were both adults, right? Yes. Okay. I can't speak for that part in a way. So, this is an odd video where I caution young people. Caution young people. Live for the purpose that you're here for, as a man or as a woman. It's enough. I can't think of trying to figure out, okay, I'm not just here as a woman, I'm also here as a man, or I'm kind of confused about that. And this, okay, that would be too much already. Because I know how my life went as a woman, and the responsibilities I took on as a woman, right? And what that entailed. Right? It was enough. It was enough. It was even more than, right? Now, at my age, but I have to say, yeah. What about Apollo? He had a direction. He had a direction, but it seemed like he was willing to learn from others as well. He was willing to acknowledge, okay, oh, this is the only part that I know. Right? I expanded by combining other people's knowledge as well, and then with fervor and zest and enthusiasm and excitement, proclaim Jesus as the Christ. And according to that little bit right there, he came just at the right time to the disciples, right? Yes? Yeah. Every time you guys bark, I'm hoping that the horses show up, and I still don't see them. So, I'm not sure what you're hearing, Bo, but all right. So, we all learn, right, from either each other, ourselves, this and that. But the one thing, how to love God. Does God just have to love you so that you're happy? There has to be a give and take. How to love God. I found that just honest conversations with my Father in heaven, my parent in heaven. He is so, you're really giving me some of your time. You actually really consider me. It isn't just that you're made to believe, coerced into belief, feared to believe. You've actually really gone, huh? Well, yeah. I mean, otherwise that'd be, what would I be doing otherwise? And yet, I said, how to love God? I saw a good little sermon of a brother today that said, you got up today. Don't think that tomorrow is going to be given to you as well. Which means you live in the present. Are you going to make it a good day? An exalted day? An exciting day? A proud day? Are you going to be miserable? Depressed? Worried? Over things you have no control over anyway? Like I said, I missed some things when it came to being with my children. I missed some things. I can't turn that clock back. I can't do that. All I can do now is teach. We're missing things when we do not make God the universe, the center of our universe. Right? Yes? Now, how to do that? You get to explore that yourself. You get to explore that. I'm all here by myself today. Everybody left. Everybody has gone. The house was full. Now everybody has left. And it is just this. I hear the chickens cackling out there some. There are different insects making noises. A bee. But otherwise, it is absolute just peace and harmony. Right? We strive for peace and harmony everywhere. We find little pockets of peace and harmony. We should treasure them, hold them close to our heart. And, wow, thank you, Father. I so appreciate this. I love you. What is love? I'll tell you what love is. Love is when you have a moment of absolute bliss. A moment of absolute bliss that I had was when I was 18 in Spain, at the beach, at Pedro de Alcantara beach, where I floated back. After I had an experience, I floated back to, and I had a moment of absolute bliss, certainty. Nothing will ever derail me from that belief anymore. Not going to happen. Never. And it never has. No, there are still questions, this, that, but right? When it came to that, it's like, nope, 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 nope. We hold these moments real dear to our heart, right? And we should never forget when we have those. Too many times people have these highs and they come right back down because suddenly they don't question the continuation of the bliss. They question the authenticity of the bliss, the love, right? Yes? Okay. Then the second one I had was when I was sitting on the bench with my not husband then. And I came from another country, and I was in this country, and I was just traveling, and we sat there and we were talking, and I suddenly realized, okay, all right, this is the way I grew up, that, my relationships I had before that, which were very, very few, okay, one or two. I was never going to get married, and I was never going to have children. That was not in my plans. It wasn't. Not going to do that. No. And I was quite set in that. Yeah. That was after the experience I had on the beach. And no, not going to do that. And I sat on the bench with this man, and we were talking, and there was suddenly this vision that opened up, and it wasn't just a vision, it was this strong feeling of, I'm going to marry this man and I'm going to have children with this man. Okay, who said that? Who said that? No, no. But that revelation was so strong, I had to heed the call. So I did. Yes. That was a moment of absolute bliss. People say, well, no, that was a moment of change. No, no. With 36 years now of being in this country, after I had that moment of bliss and love from heaven, in a way, would I change anything? Would I change something? Do I regret anything? The results to this day? No. I would, in order to be here, in order to have my children and grandchildren, I would be willing to go through it all again. Here's the one thing, though. If I would have known certain things ahead of time, I probably would how do you say, act or react or handle certain things in a little bit of a different way, right? Yes? But we don't get to do that. So we accept the result, right? Yes? And we love the result, right? Yeah? You know, anyone in this country, I wish I could talk about other countries around the world, but I don't live there. They have their own spokespeople, right? But in this country, you don't get to complain about anything. You just don't. Even now in this time, we just don't. Okay? The one thing that you can freely do this is to love. Okay? And I tell you what, I said, Father, what do you want me to do? Can you please teach people how to love me? It was a plea. It wasn't, well, they better, or it was a plea. Just a plea. Please tell them to just love me. And I think if anyone that has read the Bible or the principle or walked life with a belief in your heart for our one God, for the creator of this world and us. You know that this isn't just a selfish request of, hey, I want love. Love me, isn't it? You know that's not what it is. When you love your Heavenly Father in heaven and you show him that you love him, you know that the rewards in your life will become endless. The strength in your life the beauty that will surround you, it will never not be there. You see? He didn't say this. If you tell people to love me, then I'll be good to them. He didn't. It was like a plea, just please, can you teach the people to love me? Well, I guess I'll try my best, right? Yes. Love is when you find absolute bliss. And most likely, it's a give and take. Right? It's not just going to happen to you. You're going to have to be a part of, right, of it to make it happen. Yes? Right? Well, anyway, that's what I wanted to teach this morning, or talk about this morning. Father, we'll talk some more about it. I'll see what else. How to love God. I love God too. I fight for God. I fight for the people he put in this world. So much more important than I am. Okay, I know that sounds right, but that's what it is, right? Do so much more out there. I try to protect them, shield them from harassment. Right? Yes? Yes, you do that too. People go to church, right, to just get from the preacher. But the people should go to church also to protect their preacher, right? The servant of God, the one that gives them the good manna, right? Yes? And that's a give and take. That's how you love God too. Yes? Right? Yeah. God's love and blessings always, and I will talk to y'all another time.